What are you trying to accomplish tonight?
I'm just pushing myself. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it.
Okay.
You know, I would always, whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it. That's just what I do in my life. Whatever I'm afraid to do, I do it.
So you were afraid of this?
Absolutely. Why would I want to do this after 15 years? And then, you know, and I'm just comfortable being uncomfortable. I believe that's all.
It is. And you can't play at boxing. What really happens? I mean, you're going to try and knock this guy out, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to protect myself and throw punches with bad intentions at all times, as much as I can.
Mike, the last time we did this interview, you said, I don't have this in me anymore. I'm just not ferocious and I can't do it. What rekindled it since that 15 years ago against Kevin McBride?
Hey, listen, different things happened to me since then, and I got more determination into doing this, and I don't believe this is happening, but I do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I really do. And it's going to be very successful.
You lost 100 pounds.
Yes, I did.
How difficult was it to be that disciplined at age 54 to do this?
Well, I wanted to do it, and whatever I want to do, I do. You know, I'm like Alexander the Great. Impossible is nothing to anyone who tries. And that's what I believe.
Final thought. We know your past is totally secure in boxing history. Are you fighting for your future?
No, I'm fighting for other people's future.
In what way?
Yes, in a humanitarian way, pretty much. Our future, God willing, pretty cool, you know, so I can help other people now.
Mike Tyson looks sharper than ever, pushing his body to the limits. As the clock ticks down to the fight, the gloves are on, and the legend is ready in his own words, final stretch, less than 50 days left. But will this be enough to silence the doubters as he steps into the ring with one of the sports? Boldest disruptors, let's break down what's in store as the countdown begins. Joe Rogan said it bluntly, I really hope he doesn't knock Mike Tyson out. With just under 50 days to go, the tension is real.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Joe Rogan didn't just share his concerns, he also pointed out the real danger Mike Tyson brings to the ring. He said he is perfectly capable if he zigged when he should have zagged, if Mike can close the distance in a way that he doesn't expect. And Mike also has layers upon layers upon layers of attacks that are. In his mind, he's forgotten more about boxing than Jake Paul has ever remembered.
Tyson, no doubt one of the best athletes who ever went into the ring.
With that kind of experience and raw power, Tyson's edge lies in his ability to surprise even the sharp opponents. But with Jake Paul's relentless rise and determination, could we see an upset in the making? The chess game between these two fighters is about to begin. Joe Rogan didn't hold back when discussing the intensity Tyson could bring to the fight. He emphasized he's a monster. At the end of the day, Mike Tyson's a monster. And if you can get that monster to just move in and close the distance, and if he uncorks a boom boom on Jake Paul, watch Jake Paul go into Queer Street. That will be wild. To watch a 58-year-old Mike, that be best case scenario for the world. For Rogan, Tyson's explosive power and ability to close the gap is a serious threat. But with Jake Paul's youth and relentless ambition, it's a showdown the world can't wait to see. Could we witness the resurgence of Tyson's legendary knockout power, or will Paul shock the world once again? According to Rogan, the best case scenario involves Jake Paul realizing right from the start just how dangerous the fight is, especially when he gets cracked by a punch. He stated best case scenario is Jake Paul realizes immediately he's in there with Mike Tyson, that Mike Tyson, at least for a round or two, first time he gets cracked with such heavy opinions from pros like Rogan. It's clear that this fight could turn on a single moment of impact. With the betting lines already in place, fans and analysts alike are debating whether Jake Paul can pull off a victory over Mike Tyson, with opinions flooding in from across the boxing world. It's not just fans, but also former opponents on weighing in on the highly anticipated clash between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. One such voice is that of Roy Jones Jr., who faced Tyson in an exhibition bout in 2020. Tyson's last official ring appearance. Jones knows firsthand the power and skill Tyson still possesses, even in his late 50s, having shared the ring with the legendary heavyweight. He believes that Tyson's age doesn't negate the ferocity he's capable of unleashing. Despite Jake Paul's youth and rise in the boxing world, Jones sees Tyson's EXP experience and aggression as the deciding factors. Jones Jr. stated, "It's a young lion, and an old lion, it's a great situation for them. It gives Jake a chance with Mike being as old as he is. I think it's a great opportunity for both fighters, but I still think Mike is going to be a little bit too much for Jake." For Jones, this fight represents a clash between youthful hunger and seasoned dominance, with the latter holding the edge. He acknowledges the opportunity this fight presents for Jake Paul, but feels the sheer experience and skill that Tyson brings to the ring, even at 58, will ultimately overwhelm the younger fighter. As the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul approaches, analysts are examining every angle of the matchup. One of the more measured takes comes from boxing commentator Adam Burke, who dives into what each fighter brings. Burke acknowledges Paul's monumental challenge in taking on a name as iconic as Tyson. However, there's a sense of unpredictability surrounding Tyson's form and readiness at this stage of his career. Burke believes Paul's youth, along with his steady progression in the boxing world, gives him the upper hand, particularly when you compare his recent activity to Tyson's long break from serious competition. He stated, "Paul is fighting a huge name here in Tyson, but it is hard to have any idea what to expect from the former champ. Paul's youth and progression into being something of a respectable fighter are the reasons why he is favored in this bout. Say what you will about fighting MMA guys masquerading as boxers, but those are guys with good cardio and some more data points on fighting with their fists than Tyson." In Burke's analysis, Jake Paul's edge doesn't come solely from his youth, but also from the fact that he's been more active in the ring, even if his opponents have often come from the MMA world. While Tyson's legacy is untouchable, his lack of recent competitive boxing experience puts him at a disadvantage against someone like Paul, who has been training, fighting, and continuously improving over the last few years.